Becca, and today we're back for another video. And today we're going to be trying this pineapple. And I absolutely love how he's like super serious and all. He's just like, And I hope you guys will enjoy this video just as much as I did. And I know it looks kind of complicated with all the lines and everything, but really it's super duper easy. And it's actually really easy to color and draw at the same time. And this idea just popped into my head because right now where I live, it's summer. So I wanted to do something like summery. And so like, oh, let's just do a pineapple. They're big and juicy. So I knew I had to do a video on a pineapple. So here we are. It's a great big juicy pineapple. So I hope you guys will enjoy this video. And yeah, so let's actually get drawing this thing. Okay, so to start this drawing, take out your pen or pencil, whatever you're using, and since it's a pineapple, let's actually move our paper, vertically, because a pineapple is long, and, well, it's a pineapple, so make sure your paper is like this, because, you know, overall you can draw way bigger. And, you know, pineapples, we're going to start with the bottom part, like the actual fruit, so, you know, that's more like an egg shape, kind of. It's not perfectly oval. It's like not like it's narrower at the top, well, thinner at the top. So let's just start drawing that. So you just give yourself a small point, like in the middle of the paper, where you want to start drawing the top of it. And you want to keep going all the way without stopping. And you want the bottom to be kind of like wide. So just keep going, don't stop. Otherwise, it would look kind of choppy. And we don't want that. So make sure you just keep going all the way around until you reach the top again. So like that. So it looks kind of like an egg right now, which is what we're aiming for. So make sure the bottom is kind of curvy and wide, and the top is, well, it's still curvy, but a little bit more thinner. So yeah, make sure it looks like that, similar to that, at least. And now the leaves. So the leaves are really simple. So before you just start the leaves, though, you might want to fix up any like curves or anything that's not perfectly, well, not really a curve. So anyway, let's get drawing onto the leaves. So the leaves are kind of interesting to draw because, I mean, you can have your leaves many different ways. You can have it like, I don't know, pointy, curvy. So just start there. And I want mine to be a little bit pointy. So just kind of draw multiple little triangles that don't go all the way down. So feel free to experiment on how you want it to look. Just make sure that the leaves are kind of starting at two similar points and then going outward and then connecting back. So it kind of looks almost similar to drawing a crown, but make sure the lines aren't perfect because the leaf won't look realistic at all. So make sure it's kind of a little bit, how do I say it? Like kind of irregular because the leaves aren't going to be perfect. And inside you can draw little lines if you want, just to give it some dimension. You don't want to draw too much though. Yeah, I really think I should stop drawing lines. So you don't want it to be too much lines, but you want it to be a good amount. Anyway, so I want this pineapple to have sunglasses. So I got my heavy sketchbook. Oh wow, that was kind of heavy. Okay, so I brought my heavy sketchbook, and this is where I sketch ideas. I'm going to be showing a few different types of sunglasses. These are my like options. So there's so many different ways you can draw sunglasses. Just feel free to experiment. You can draw them however you like. So I think I'm going to have this pineapple be like someone serious, like a detective almost. So you can have like the half shades, like what do we call it, half moon shades. Those are like a semicircle. You can have the full circle ones, and you can have like regular sunglasses. So you can do whatever you want, or even if you don't even have to use sunglasses if you don't want to. Remember, this is your drawing. You can do whatever you want. So my option, I'm going to be doing the first one. I feel that will fit really well with the pineapple. But like I said before, feel free to experiment with whatever you want. So make sure you fill them in. You can have them a different color. I think that would be super cool. You have like pink or like purple sunglasses or something. Just, again, feel free to experiment, do whatever you like. So anyway, I'm going to be using the first one because I think that would fit. And make sure you remember you draw like the little lens, like the end of the sunglasses. Otherwise, like the glass is just itself is just going to be floating in the air on the pineapple. So let's start drawing. So you just want to draw a line. You want to maybe go like halfway in between the top of the pineapple and the bottom. and you can start drawing the lines that connect it behind the ears, even though, you know, pineapples don't really have ears. Anyway, so you start there and you give yourself a line. You don't want to go too far because remember, you have to draw the actual glass itself. So draw a straight line, or as straight as you can get, and then just draw a curve. Again, if you're doing a different type of sunglass, then do whatever fits it, and then do another one. And make sure they're about the same size and like in the middle of the pineapple itself. Otherwise, it would look really like weird and not perfectly aligned. So there we go. And make sure now you fill it in. You can use any color you want, but I just prefer to have mine black because I didn't want too many colors happening on the pineapple. So, and plus there's a bunch of lines on it, and that would look like there's too much going on, like it's a full crowd. So make sure you do whatever's fitting with your thing. You don't want to have it all plain, but you don't want to have too much going on your paper either. So just fix up the lines or any other things, and yeah, let's draw the mouth. So the mouth is actually an interesting thing to draw. So you can draw the mouth any way you'd like, but I want to have mine like it's like half smiling. He's not fully smiling, but like one half is smiling. So basically, you do want, I mean, it's a half smile, so you really just draw half of a smile. So you start in the middle, and then you kind of give like a diagonal point up, like that. So it looks like he's just like, So, you know, or you can have like an open, like, or you can have one that's smiling, you can have one that's frowning, do whatever you'd like. So I'm taking out all my colors. Oh, okay, here they are. So I have a bunch of greens and 2 yellows, so there's 5 colors in all. So the 2 yellows are going to be for the pineapple itself. You can use like an orangish shade, a yellowish shade, or you can even have your pineapple blue. Make sure you do whatever fits your style. And I've got the green for the leaves as well, so coloring the leaves. So I'm going to start with the yellow colored pencil, and there's this cool technique I use when filling in a like a shape like a circle. You have to follow the shape of the pineapple, and that my color is going to be for the different lines on the pineapple. So you can have it a different you can use a different color, you can use the same color, do whatever you like. You don't even have to use the pattern on a pineapple itself. You can do a different one. So I'm just going to take out my colored pencil, and I'm just going to shade it. So I'm going to make sure it's curved, following the shape of the pineapple. You don't want to draw like horizontally or vertically, otherwise it'll look kind of weird. So whenever you're coloring anything in, make sure you follow the shape of, when you're coloring, you follow the shape of the thing you're coloring. So make sure it's curved. So since it's a pineapple, it's kind of like an oval shape. I kind of go across, kind of curved on the edge. So you almost want to start at the edge, not in the middle, because then it kind of throws you off a bit. Okay, tactic time. So my technique is, like I said, you have to start on the edge, and you want to follow the curve of the pineapple. So for example, you want to follow whatever shape you're drawing. So if you're drawing a square, you could do it, you have to follow, you can either do it vertically or horizontally. If you're drawing a circle, you have to do it like following the edge of the circle and going inside. So like this pineapple is more like an egg shape, but let's just pretend it's an oval. You want to follow the edge of the oval, or the edge of the pineapple fruit itself, and you want to slowly go in, and my technique is going to be kind of like a gradient. So at the edge, I press down my colored pencil really hard, and as I go in towards the middle, I start slowly pressing my colored pencil lighter and lighter and lighter, and that leads to a very light shade. So it's kind of like a gradient. It becomes dark, and then as it goes towards the middle, it's lighter. And then you just do the same on the other side. So you just start, so I start on the left side, on the right side. So I follow the curve, and I kept following it and following it. And again, I did the same technique, darker toward the edge. And then as moving on, I slowly went lighter and lighter. And I left most of the middle part like a whitish shade. I did it very, very lightly in the middle. Of course, it doesn't have to be perfectly even on both sides. You can have the left side darker than the right. You can have the right side darker than the left. Feel free to use whatever you like. Again, it's your drawing. Do what you feel is right. So I felt that I wanted to have my right side, like the sun is reflecting off the left side. So the right side is going to be a bit darker. And so I kept coloring and coloring, and soon it ended up like this. and I really liked it. So you can do a different tactic. If you have any more techniques that you'd like to share with me, feel free to put it in the comments, and I will definitely try to include them in a video. And so yeah, this technique is really helpful, and you want to make sure whatever you're doing, you want to follow the shape of the pineapple. So that will really help bring it out and make it look a bit more realistic, even though pineapples with sunglasses aren't real, but you want to have some kind of realistic portion in there anyway. So this is your pineapple, so do whatever you think feels right. After the color pencil thing, I finished, and it might look kind of weird, like it's like there's white stuff everywhere, and like there's the color pencil is a little rough. So you can always spread anything with your finger, and it won't look so like sudden. So don't press too hard though, because it might smudge a lot. So anyway, I'm gonna be using this oil pastel. It's dark, and I don't really know what color it is, but anyway, this is the color I'm going to be using to draw the lines, like the pattern on the pineapple thing. So if you guys haven't checked out my ice cream video, you have to. It's really fun, and I will link it in the description box. Anyway, so I did a very similar thing in the ice cream video for the cone. So it's basically the same pattern on that for the pineapple. So I think I use the same color as well. So I'm just going to be doing that again. So I'm going to be using my favorite blueberry ruler. I absolutely love it. So I'm just going to be drawing lines, diagonal lines, and then crossing it again. So the part is really boring, so I'm just going to be skipping it ahead. Okay guys, so I just finished drawing lines, and it looks pretty much complete, but it isn't. We can't forget the little crowny leaves things at the top. So I'm just going to be drawing an outline with a marker. You don't have to use a marker though, I just felt like using marker, so I used a marker. Anyway, so you can use whatever you want, colored pencils, crayons, oil pastels, but I feel a marker would go well, so you just want to give a little bit of an outline. You don't want to draw too much, so just give an outline on the top and then a few outlines on the lines. And after that, you might want to go in, and of course you don't have too much lines. You might want to go in with some oil pastels or crayons or colored pencils or whatever you want to use. I'm just going to be using these two colors right there, this light green and like a tiny bit darker green. So you would do what you would normally do, just go in with the lighter color first, and then just shade a tiny bit in. And you don't want to shade all of it in, because of course, whatever you're doing, remember you want to have multiple different shades, or at least use like different levels. Like you can shade it in lightly; it'll create kind of like a different color. So I went in with the second one. Sorry about that. Anyway. So I went with the other one, and I shaded everything in, and yeah, so you might even want to go over the marker to create a new different color. And so here it is, the finished product. I think it looks great. You might even want to smudge if you went out of the lines like I did a little bit. It can be hard when using a ruler. You might want to smudge it just a tiny bit. And I wanted to give it some ground to stand on, otherwise it would just be like floating in midair, and that's not realistic at all. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did. Hit that subscribe button if you like this video, and of course hit the like button as well, and please turn on post notifications on so you guys will know whenever I post a new video. And so I try to post videos at least 2 times a week. So see you guys in my next video. Bye! And if you have any suggestions, please leave it in the comments. Okay, bye for real now.